Good morning, everybody. Thank you for accepting the invitation of QRDI to attend this webinar. The webinar is dedicated to the presentation of our new call called Modernizing Charitable Activities Sector. The agenda of today's presentation is the following: overview of research priority areas, application, budget, pre-award stage, timeline, and then we will have a 15 or 20 minute session for question and answers. For your question, please write your question in the section dedicated to the Q&A, and Ms. Nadia will pose this question for me, and I will try to respond in the due time to your question. So the first element of this presentation is objective and research priority areas. This call is a joint call with our partner of RACA. RACA is the regulatory authority of charitable activities here in Qatar. And we think that this, the first and the main motivation of this call is that the new Qatar National Development Strategy 2024-2030, and particularly we have two entry points to this document, which are a cohesive society. We think that Qatari society is one of the main characteristics of the Qatari society is altruism at the local level, also at the international level. We think also that there is a second point of entry, which is the government excellence, the 7 point of the NDS 3, which means that the government services should be effective, efficient, and transparent. So in this way, we think that the main themes of this call are totally aligned with the new development strategy of Qatar 2024-2030. As you know, this is the first call with RACA, with the regulatory authority, and we think we will have other calls next year and also after that. The idea so is to have some objectives, and for each of the next call, we will define the main themes. The themes will be different from year to year. The key objective of this call with RACA is to assess actually the capability of the charitable activities and humanitarian services in the state of Qatar and develop them in a way conducive to implementation. Also to activate and enhance the participation of the charitable and humanitarian sector in achieving the Qatar National 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030, to support also the confidence of the local and international community in Qatar's charity work. For this first call, we, with the help and the guidance of our partner RACA, we decided to choose this particular theme, which is generative artificial intelligence solution and their application in the fields of charitable, humanitarian, and developmental sector. For this first call, applicants are required to address the following question: what are the challenges and opportunities facing the deployment of artificial intelligence into the operations of charitable, humanitarian, development in Qatar? What strategies, guidelines, and recommendations may be devised and implemented to overcome challenges and realize opportunities. And what are the best generative artificial intelligence approach to optimize performance in the charitable, humanitarian, and developmental fields, and how can they be deployed? So the idea is not to come with new technical solution, but to use the already existent solution in generative artificial intelligence to be applied in the charitable sector. In all cases, proposals should demonstrate innovative approach, methodological rigor, and potential for generating insights that inform policy and decision-making processes. For this, there are some resources offered by our partner, RACA. So applicants are encouraged to make use of the RACA resources. These resources are mainly data sets, and expertise. It is essential for applicants to know that the utilization of the RACA resources is an important evaluation criteria, and this element will be thoroughly assessed during the review. Applicants need to describe the use of these resources and their utilization in the proposal itself. To utilize these resources, a supporting letter from RACA should be uploaded. The RACA also supporting letter template is available in the website of this call, and should be signed and stamped from RACA like it is indicated in the template. For RACA supporting letter requests and inquiries, should contact for inquiries and supporting letters, please contact Dr. Lutf Muhammad Ali, and this is his email. Back now to the application itself. In terms of eligibility of lead principal investigators, LPIs, the LPI must be affiliated to an approved submitting institution inside Qatar. The LPI must hold an approved terminal degree as defined in the list of terminal degrees, and you have the link for that document in the website. The LPI can submit only one application in this cycle as LPI. So a researcher could be LPI for one proposal and PI for an unlimited number of other proposals. Other research team members' eligibility for this element, please refer to the personal requirements document also available in the website. Eligibility of submitting institution, this is very important. All academic, public, private, and other non-profit and NGOs entities inside Qatar with QRDI approved research office are eligible to apply to this call. For the collaborative institution must include at least one affiliated PI, principal investigator. In terms of budget, each award is up to Qatari 150,000 riyal, which means more or less 41,000 US dollar, and up to 6 months duration. So this is kind of rapid call, research call, and the idea is to implement and to reach results in 6 month duration. Ineligible budget component are travel cost and direct cost. And for grant and effort allocation, this is also very important to know. 100% of effort and 100% of total budget should be expended inside Qatar. So for these rapid call, this one with Raqqa, the former one with the Ministry of Finance, and the forthcoming rapid call, for all these cases, you have to know that 100 of effort and 100% of total budget should be expended inside Qatar. Co-funding and cost sharing. Co-funding and cost sharing are encouraged. See co-funding and cost sharing policy link. The pre-award phase now, a rapid description of all the pre-award stage. The first step would be the proposal submission with at least two steps. The first one is proposal registration and submission by the LPI and his or her team. Then there is a vetting step which will be conducted by the RO of the institution. Then we have the screening phase. The screening phase after the proposal submission, and it is implemented by QRDI. And then we have a programmatic review. The programmatic review is, and you can note here that there is no first step with peer reviewers phase and then a programmatic review. Here we merged the two. We have the programmatic panel review with participants, researcher, external researcher, and also local representative of our partner from Raqqa. After the programmatic review, we will have the funding recommendation and then the award announcement. Proposal submission. I think all our researchers here in Qatar are acquainted with the proposal system submission. The first is to go to register and apply at this link, oss.qgrants.org. All proposals are expected to be vetted by the submitting institution to ensure compliance with the institutions and QRDI policy. All in all, the research plan is up to 10 pages. So this is also very important that the researchers' proposal do not exceed this number of pages. The main section are, as you know, summary, then the research areas, institutions, presentation of the institution, the personnel, and the core of the document in the research plan itself, and then the budget, ethical compliance, and IP. All these sections should not go over the 10 pages. The screening proposal will be screened by QRDI and Raqqa. Screening outcome will be also announced through all the submitting RO, and also the LPI will be notified of the screening decision. The programmatic review will consist on to look to the proposal, to assess this proposal based on the following criteria: scientific excellence, excellence with a weight of 30%. Scientific excellence is a very important component and criteria to choose proposals with good quality. The implementation of the proposal also is very important. The weight is 30%. the resources used 20%, and valorization, the use of the results of these research project by the stakeholders is also very important to know to assess this proposal. Ethical compliance is also assessed by experts as part of the programmatic review. Yes, in the programmatic review, we have our IP manager and also our ethical manager, which will be present and give their insights about all the projects submitted to QRDI. Awarding, we have three kind of scores. The A score, which means that the proposal was evaluated to be highly competitive. B, the proposal was evaluated to be moderately competitive. And C, the proposal was evaluated to be uncompetitive. The idea, the decision will be easy for A and C. For B, it will depend of the budget, overall budget dedicated to this first call joint program. Timeline, just to remind you that the deadline for proposal submission by the LPIs is 18th of July. Deadline for RO vetting is 25th of July. And we hope we will announce the awards at the end of August, inshallah. For any inquiry, please, you can ask the support of QRDI through this link. And for further information, please visit our website at connect.qrdi.org.qa. For any inquiry regarding using RACA resources, please contact Dr. Lutf Mohammed Ali. Thank you for your attention. And now we can go to the Q&A session. I don't know, Nadia, if we received.
Yes, we received the first question.
Yes, please.
Thank you for the info about the resources. So we get access to the resources after the approval of the support letter sent by Dr. Lutfi?
Yes, you have to, when you send the email or the letter to Dr. Lutf, the idea is to have a good idea of what kind of information you are looking from RACA. And then you will have a letter of support saying that, okay, we have those data. If you are awarded, we can help you and you will get access to those data. This is how it will work. It will work. Okay.
Thank you. Next question. What resources can we use from RACA?
Mainly data. They have data. So the idea is having data and perhaps expertise in the sense asking if the quality of the data that they have could respond to the research question that you have in mind. And that's all.
Thank you. Next question. Eligibility only for who lives inside Qatar?
Yes, yes. 100 of the budget must be expended in Qatar. So someone outside Qatar could participate, but he will not be being paid for that. So I think it is mainly Qatari or researcher in Qatar who will be participating in this call.
Thank you. Next is quite a big question. Thank you for the informative session. I have a question regarding the joint funder support letter and the utilization of RACA resources. How are we supposed to understand the nature and extend the existing data sets? Do we correspond with RACA directly? We got the impression that this matter should be coordinated with QRDI. So unfortunately, we have some mixed messages on this matter. It would be hugely useful for someone to clarify and inform on the type of resources available at RACA, what in their view are the most relevant or useful for this call.
Okay, we are in contact with RACA. The idea is that the request should come from the researcher, not from RACA saying what kind of data they have and to put at the disposal of the researcher. We are in contact. If you send messages or asking information to RACA, please do it directly. If you don't have responses from RACA, you can raise a JIRA ticket, and I will be happy to help in this matter.
Okay. Next question. Somebody is from India, and how can the person participate in the project?
If you are from India, but you are in Qatar and affiliated in university in Qatar, there is no problem.
No, I believe this person is in India and they want to participate in this call.
He cannot, I think. I wonder, no, he cannot.
Okay. Then the next question is, are you looking for a technology to develop?
Not necessarily a technology to develop, but if you have in mind a technology to develop and applying this technology in the charitable sector, showing that if you applied in this case, in this charitable activity, we will have better results or some or interesting results that we can use as a policy recommendation. Why not? But the main objective of the project is not the capacity of our researcher to generate new artificial intelligence technologies.
Okay, thank you. Another question is, as a faculty member and a current PhD student, can I apply as principal investigator, and also possibility of collaborating with a public university outside Qatar in the proposal?
If you are not a PhD holder, I think you are not eligible to be an LPI. You can, or even PI, you can be a research assistant or something like that, I think. Just please look to the document attached to the document in our website, and you will be informed of this detail in particular. But as a PhD student, you cannot be an LPI. I don't think you can be a PI, but you can be a research assistant or equivalent.
Okay, the next question is, can charities participate?
Also, the same response, no, institution outside Qatar cannot participate. They can participate without being paid. So, I don't think that they will be happy to work without being paid. So the idea is mainly to focus on local institutions and universities.
Thank you. The next question is, can charities participate?
Charities cannot participate as researchers. They can participate by providing information, by providing data if they have data. So no, all Raqqa and employees in Raqqa cannot participate as a researcher in this call. They are our partner, like our case as a QRDI employee, we cannot participate in the research because at the end, Raqqa will choose the awarded projects. So there is conflict of interest if they are also rating researcher.
Okay, thank you. And actually, many are asking the similar question, that is, we don't know what information is available in Raqqa. So will Raqqa kindly tell us the kind of data or the data sets that they have? This is the same similar questions that's repeating.
Okay. Seems like, this remind me when we start other joint call with other ministries, we start by saying, asking the researcher to go to these ministries and ask for kind of data and facilities they have. But at the end, we end up by presenting their facilities and the equipment they have to researchers for them to help them to propose projects and proposals. If this is a recurrent question, I think it is important now to look and to contact Raqqa and ask them if we can add in the website some, not necessarily detailed, but some information of the kind of data they dispose of, Okay, we will try to resolve this question because it is recurrent. It seems like it is important to do so. So we will try to contact Raqqa and have at least kind of description of the available data they have.
Okay, thank you. The next question is the data in Arabic?
What? I don't hear you.
Is the data in Arabic? Data should be numbers, so...
Yeah, but some of you can send your proposal in Arabic. This is one information. The second, they could be effectively in Arabic and in English. I think they have the capacity to when you ask for data. Generally, in Raqqa itself, they will have to do kind of collection of the asked data, and if you want them in English, please underline this in your letter or in your message to Dr. Lutfi.
Okay, thank you. Next question is, what are the types of data that are available? The same. Can any academic without any affiliation with Qatar Institute engage in any research?
No, if it is not affiliated to Qatari Research Institute, he cannot.
Okay. Then Dr. Lutf said that you will show us the solution they have now. How do we create a proposal if you did not show us their systems?
Now, our approach is to say that the researchers who will send proposals are aware of this sector and did already work it and know what Raqqa, what kind of data are available in Raqqa. If you tell me that many researchers are willing to send a proposal, but they didn't know, we will try to see with Raqqa what kind of help and service we can give to our research community to help them in proposing sending proposals. So From my side, I think it is doable. We will try to do it. But also from your side, don't hesitate to send an email to Dr. Lot asking these information also. Okay, the kind of data they have in Raqqa to put at the disposal of the researchers.
Thank you. Next question is, Raqqa data will cover Qatar only, or maybe cover other countries?
I think it could also cover other countries, because the ad collected here in Qatar is used locally and also internationally. So we can have information on the ad provided by the charitable sector here in Qatar to international entities outside Qatar. I think we can have this information. This is available.
Okay, thank you. Next question is, what is the total duration of the research?
6 months.
Okay, thank you. Next question. The first objective of the project states assess the capabilities of the charitable and humanitarian sector and develop them in a way conducive to implementation. Would you please clarify?
Let me go to it. Okay, this is, the objective of the joint call, why we are working with Raqqa. This is this is kind of large, broad call. Assess the capability of the charitable and the humanitarian sector and develop them in a way conducive to implementation. You know very well that many of the entities here in Qatar are collecting money to help person in need in Qatar and also outside Qatar. The idea is to evaluate, to assess these capability, to have an idea of all the budget used and collected, and where they go exactly. Is there an efficient use of this budget? Is there also a way to have a better allocation of these resources in Qatar? So assess the capabilities is mostly to look to the past and assess the way Raqqa and other entities and the charitable activities are working actually. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Can a non-research company collaborate with a research office university to do the research?
If they want to lead the project, they must have an affiliated, recognized RO. If they want to be only a partner in the research team, yes, why not? The participant, the PI, should be a PhD holder at least, and that's all.
Okay, next question. Should the proposal be sent by the LPI, or can it be sent by one of the research team members?
By the LPI, I think, Nadia.
Yes.
This is the usage.
Yes, it should be by the LPI. Thank you. Next question. What type of data could we, this is almost the same question. What are the deliverables you're looking for
They are looking to many kind of deliverables: assessment of the situation, policy recommendation, solution to actual problem they are facing in Raqqa, better allocation of the resources, better governance of the charitable sector. All these are kind of deliverables. They are very welcoming this kind of deliverables in Raqqa.
Thank you. Next question. My question is about the 6 months period. Which month of the year we should put a start for the project, and when we are writing the proposal, assuming the awarding announcement will be in August.
Yeah, I think the start of the work would be at the end of this year. So the 3 last months of this year, after September, I think, the signature of the agreement with QRDI, etc. We can put it around the first week of October or the second week of October, and so you will have 3 months in 2024 and 3 months in 2025. I think it would be like that.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Can you please expand on data types? For example, does the data contain location of charities, amounts given, causes donated to?
Please repeat the question, Nadia.
Can you please expand on data types? For example, does the data contain location of charities, amounts given, causes donated to? So they wanted to know if they will provide data or statistics related to the amount given or donation to
yes,
the charities.
I think the idea why they are looking to artificial intelligence, because they have detailed data, daily data on collected amount of money by all the charitable entities here in Qatar. So I think that the data are really detailed, daily one, with the trace also of these data, where they are coming from and where they are going to, locally or internationally, etc. So from this point of view, you can reflect on proposal based on the availability of very detailed data in Raqqa.
Okay, thank you. Next question is, can we apply as partnership with the LPI being a Qatari institution and the partner organization outside of Qatar?
Outside of Qatar, yes, why not? But you will not be paid for that. 100% of the budget must be expended here in Qatar. This is the main information to know before having a partnership with a local entity here in Qatar. So if you want to participate without being paid, okay.
Thank you. Next question. Can the co-funding and cost-sharing part of the budget cover costs outside Qatar?
I don't think so. Please send a GRA ticket, and I will ask our colleague here in the QRDI to respond to this particular question.
Thank you. Next question. Will the requirement for exclusive funding to Qatari institutions be applied for future calls too?
This is only applied in the rapid research call, actually. So not applied for the other program like ARG, TÜBİTAK joint call, the joint call, climate change call, the PPM call, etc. They are also open to international entities. But the rapid one, we think that for in 6 months, it would be really challenging to have to coordinate teams here in Qatar and outside Qatar. So we are looking to rapid response in this case.
Thank you. Next question. Do you have any specific types of generative artificial intelligence that the research should focus on?
No, I don't have. And the idea also is not to suggest idea to the researcher through this webinar. You can Google this in your question, and you will see that there is many idea to apply in the charitable activity using artificial intelligence solutions. So the ideas are good ideas, innovative ideas are there. So just Google it and you will find what is happening in the world in this matter. Thank you.
Okay, next question is, what are the key challenges and opportunities identified by QRDI and RACA in integrating AI into charitable activities, and how can researchers address these in their proposals?
The slides, actually, I am sharing the slide. What are the challenges and opportunity facing the deployment of artificial intelligence into the operation of charitable? What strategy, guidelines, and recommendations will be devised and implemented to overcome challenges and realize opportunities? And what are the best generative artificial intelligence approaches to optimize performance? You know, I don't know, for example, what are the best generative artificial intelligence approach to optimize performance in the charitable activity? You can have a question related to the information received by or collected by RACA, and through generative artificial intelligence, you can have an idea of what could be, for example, an unexpected information data, for example, for one actor of the research of the charitable activity. You can, for example, have kind of information and list of data which you have to look after consistently to understand what happened, what is not normal in that information, for example. If you don't use generative artificial intelligence, you have to do it manually by looking to thousands and millions of information and data. Through artificial intelligence, you can look to 100, 200 only, because they are unexpected, between brackets, information. This could be a very interesting element to look at.
Okay, thank you. There are a few questions that are quite similar. I think it's regarding the eligibility of participation. So I'll read the 3 questions and you can reply to that. So I hold a master degree in AI. How can I participate in this research? This is one person. The other person is, I am an Indian national. How can I apply into the scheme? The other person is, for the terminal degree requirement certification are attested through Qatar Ministry, but it's a master's IT degree in computer. So basically, he's telling he has some degree. How can he apply?
Now, he must have a PhD degree to apply as LPI. and if not, probably he can join a research team as a research assistant or something like that, but not leading the project itself. Okay, and if you are outside Qatar, you cannot participate. This is a direct response. We have to be also direct in our response, because it will help our participant here in the webinar to take a decision. So if you are not in Qatar, you are not affiliated to a Qatari entity, you cannot participate.
There are a few more questions that is very similar to what we have already answered. So I believe if anyone has any more questions, you can send a ticket to our, to us through the Jira ticket, and then we can reply you.
Yes, please don't hesitate to ask and to send us or directly to Raqqa a question and asking information or details, even on the available data, and we will be happy to help. And I will also contact our colleagues in Raqqa to give them insights about this discussion during this webinar, and probably we will find a solution, a short-term solution, and give also a quick and rapid description of the available data in Raqqa. So I noted this, and you will be helped in this matter, I hope, rapidly in the next few days. Thank you, Nadia. I don't know if...
So much. Yes, I believe we have answered most of the questions, but some of the questions which we did not read out, it's mostly the same information that they're asking for.
Yes, we already start receiving a question about the participation of research outside Qatar, and we responded to these queries. Yes, please note that if you are outside Qatar, and if you are not a holder of a PhD, you cannot participate. You cannot participate as a lead project LPI and also PI. You can join a group of senior researchers and be a research assistant, for example. And that's. Thank you all for your participation. We hope having responded to your question. The main issue I have actually is the available data and a description of the available data by Raqqa, and we will try to resolve this question together with our colleagues in Raqqa in the next few days. So thank you very much for your participation. We keep in touch. Don't hesitate to send Jira ticket for QRGI or send emails to Dr. Lutf for any information regard to the contribution or the involvement of Raqqa. Thank you very much. See you next webinar, inshallah. Thank you.